of the Star Series second leg game. It's England versus Central, and at the moment the central region of New Zealand are comfortably in front, 49-34. Now, just taking a quick look at any substitutions made to the teams before they come back on court for the final 15. For Central, we have Amy Jean Rangatawa coming on at wing defence in place of Cheryl Clark. And for England, there's been a substitution. Alex Astle, the tall goal shooter, will come on for the other tall goal shooter, Lorraine Law. And Jo Zinzan, the captain of this English side, will come on at wing defence. And Helen Manawatu will take a break after her fine effort in the first 3 quarters. There you have Julie Dawson just about ready to step into the centre circle. And really, from this point, it's downhill for England. They can't really come back at this stage, can they?
Well, they can give it a good crack, and maybe these changes will make the difference. I think it was interesting to see Alex Astle, tall goal shoot, come on, because the changes made by Salter certainly didn't affect the central lineup. Not a good start for Astle, but she gets the rebound. And if you're looking at her thinking she looks extremely tall, she is. She's $1.93 m, that's 6'4". She's a police traffic constable. The whole family is mum, dad, husband, granddad, they all are.
It's all very well having the height. You've got to have the other mixes with it, the ability to be able to move and to jump. And that's something that we perhaps saw lacking slightly from Law in the earlier stages of the game. Already, it looks like Alex Astle has a wee bit more to her game.
Are you saying she's more coordinated, Jules?
I think she's got more to her game in her footwork and we've already just seen her in the air a little bit more clever in that respect.
Well, I'll send it straight in, says Colleen McCloma. 2 18-year-olds, McCloma in Tahuna.
And then you see Jo Zinzan, their captain at wing defence, take a tap. Oh, Belinda Charteris, you wee beauty. Look at that. She read it very nicely.
She's got such a level head, Charteris. Gutsy but calm. The battle of the teens there, those two. Charteris, who we're speaking about, got married this year to Daniel Charteris, was Linda Blair before that.
And she just had a birthday last Monday as well.
She's all grown up.
Good timing from Colleen.
Another bite at the apple while McCloma stands down. Colleen shooting very well today, 27 from 33, 82%. And considering the work rate she's putting in, that's a really good record in this match.
Now, if we get the opportunity to see Alex Astle, the goal shooter for England, put another one up, take a look at how similar her shooting action is to that of the Australians, which, of course, has been in the news quite a bit recently. Unfortunately, we won't get that opportunity.
No, well, they're having that training from Margaret Caldo, who is really, she's moved up from Australia and made quite a difference. But look at the long arms of Astle as we speak about her, deflecting the ball for the intercept, but not to finish off. Shield taking the rebound.
Good long pass down court.
A good tip from Zinzan, but she went inside the circle where the wing defence is not allowed. So it's a free pass, cannot be shot from, has to be passed.
Nice space again from Jodie Tahuna.
She's setting herself up really well for that space.
Yes, good angle to her body and uses her feet well. Puts the defence on her back. Oh, very nicely.
Oh, yes. There was a bit of a whistle blow and a call from Colleen Bond, who I said was from the Hawke's Bay. She's not. She's from Southland. I do apologise.
Advantage, contact, wing defence. Obstruction. Keep it where you are, shooter, and keep it side and away.
Now, is she going to be happy to put it up? Yes.
Lois Muir, who is in fact the coach of the South side. As we talked about, this coach movement, picking up different players.
Again, great support on the edge of the circle from the central team. Colleen wanting to play it back out, get a closer shot, and Hardcastle was there to support her. And it was good that they weren't just hanging, waiting on the edge of the circle, because that allows the defence to get a hand to it. There was timing with the movement.
Wing defence, penalty pass, England.
Angatawa moving from the centre to wing defence. Versatile player, Imogen Angatawa. Wing attack, centre, wing defence. Take your pick. Those unforgiving hoops causing Astle some problems.
Penalty pass.
Bernice Mennick, captain of the Southern Sting and playing for South.
Rather a forlorn look, wasn't it?
Yeah. Stunning work from Colling. Central really rampaging in 57 to 36. This is why Belinda Collings is Silver Fern, and perhaps this is why she's captain. Sets an outstanding example to her other teams, and not an easy task picking up with a couple of young players and making it all work within a day or two.
No, that's right. That's great. It's great for the younger players. But here we just have a look at this phase of play here. You see the quick hands, the little flick pass from Hardcastle. That's her skill.
Yeah, the little shimmy, stepping in, finishing the shot. Great block and collect by Seymour.
It's good to see that Julie Seymour's back on her game. I was a bit concerned when she had that knee tendinitis earlier in the Coca-Cola series.
Yeah, and hopefully just this little bit of court time will keep her up with the play, but not too much damage as we head toward the South African Test series. However, we must remember Yvonne Willering has said she's looking at all 30 players for her Silver Ferns squad, so...
Contact goal defence.
30 players to go up for 12 places. It's always a tough call.
She actually said she thought it'd be really easy to pick the 30 players for the Star Series, but in fact found it difficult. There's always a couple that miss out.
Those long arms from McCloma spoiled that little move from Colling to Huna.
Astle making herself visible.
Goal defence, penalty pass.
Linda Charteris is 5'11", teaming up with 6'4". However, she's got one heck of a jump on her.
And pass, England.
That's the first shot in from Neville in the quarter.
Time. Pass is fake or centre.
We've got basically Sonia Hardcastle going to the sideline because she needs a bit of a puff. She's asthmatic and she just wants to take a quick breather there. Hopefully nothing to concern ourselves with.
Cole.
Here's the South bench. Steed, Robury, Nicol, Veronese, who had a superb game the other night, teaming up with Mene Lafagan. It's quite a stunning collection, isn't there, of depth in that south side. Edward and Bloxham in the front.
Faye beside Lafagan.
They're laughing, I'm sure, at Manawatu, Stu.
No, they're laughing at Georgina Salter and her gesticulations in mid-court.
So remember, of course, you can vote for your Player of the Year. Donna Lafagan was last year. Viewers vote for New Zealand players only, and one lucky caller could be in to win the F&P washing machine and dryer. All entries go into the draw, 0900 80808, and the Player of the Year up to win a Hyundai. Well, 8.5 minutes left to go in this match. Central all the way, 59 to 37. They led by 4 at the first quarter. 9 at the second quarter. Not able to come up with any answers to the onslaught from the Central side. Carving it up mid-court. And the goal's not going in at this end. See, if I say a negative thing, then this shooter will get it in. Nice long shot from Alex Astle.
A little slip out of the hands there from Hardcastle.
McCloma working hard, Tahuna working hard to escape her.
Wow, look at the ball speed around that circle edge. It just had the defenders off-footed nicely.
And Tahuna really having to work in that circle with her footwork to lose McCloma. A little bit of fake helps too from the person with the ball. There we see Rangata with the skill of her.
And Astle too casual for England.
Whoa, bullet work, and Cullen manages to get it in, and it looks as if it was all meant to happen that way.
Support tremendously from Seymour. And here she goes again. Yes, who's going to get this one?
Yeah, I'll just show off my repertoire of passes. have a look on the replay. The huge pass that started it off for Colling, flicks it over her head. Seymour sends it in. And in that quick space of a replay, another goal was scored by Central, 62-38. 7 minutes on the board.
Out of court. Throw in. No, England.
Again, that time Astle just standing there asking for the ball from the feet in the circle. You saw the hand in the air, but it wasn't a good angle for her to ask for it. The feet are outside, couldn't see her space. She was very flat on to the defender.
How easy was that? Very good timing.
Danica with the easy really enjoyed her match the other night with Colling, and I think probably at the end of this match, Tahuna will have much the same to say. Charteris quick with the hand in the distance. Jumped in. Neville, though, made it count first time.
Yes, just needs a wee bit more discipline on the lean, timing it, holding off the jump to the last.
Siddle seizing the opportunities. Did you notice she'd crept on at goal defence?
Advantage contact. Contact, keep a penalty pass where you are, shooter.
Must have happened in the break.
No, it has definitely happened during the quarter.
Simultaneous break.
Maybe when Hardcastle had a puffer.
During the break, the injury break.
Simultaneous.
Simultaneous, that word again, the toss-up to decide who will get it. And I think you were too soon, Amy Jean. Yes, she was. Moving too soon, the penalty goes to England. Off her footing for Cormac, and Angatawa collects.
Good defence from Seymour, though, to cover her. And then supported beautifully by her other defender.
This is gorgeous netball. Absolutely gorgeous.
Too hot to handle the Central side, especially on the move up court.
That wasn't so gorgeous.
No, a little bit fast even for them.
And an unusual error from Seymour. She's normally very careful with the ball.
Captain Zinzan finding Lonsdale much more room this time for the English. Again, Astle signalling for it. Not necessarily in the best spot. But Neville can tidy it with the shot.
Doing a lot of talking out there too to centre Lonsdale, letting her know.
Contact, wing defence, penalty pass.
Well, yeah, Shield, she just shadowed her.
Yes, get a tall shooter moving, and if they're not comfortable moving, that's where the defence will have the upper hand.
Advantage break, wing attack.
We must remember too that England beat the North side by 1 goal in a climactic finish on Friday night, whereas as we've headed down the country, Central have dominated the whole way. England have been in chase position practically from the first whistle.
Central.
And there we have Siddle. She won the battle, but not the war, because it will be Central. Easy rebound, uncontested for Colling. An unhappy bench. It reflects the match here today.
Quite different from the bench we saw at the end of the first match, that's for sure.
She was out of her skin when Stanley scored the goal in the winning seconds.
Wing attack.
Oh, nice little bit of footwork that time from Hardcastle. Left the defence running, and she just popped back for an easy pass.
Both the side and away.
Have a look at this replay, just good basic skills. You saw the defender flying out of sight and Hardcastle open.
Penalty pass. Yes.
The majority of the Central side is made up from the Wellington, Western and Bay of Plenty regions, except for a couple of ring-ins like Belinda Colling and Belinda Charteris.
Of course, Hardcastle and Clark
moving
from
down,
the north.
Yes. Big stretch from Zinzan.
Lucky to get away with it. Well, they didn't get away with it, in fact. That was a dangerous pass right across court like that. A long, high one as well.
Lonsdale clearing from the traffic.
Good closing off defensively at the top of the circle. Neville was ready to pop forward for it, but the outside defenders closed it off.
Oh, where's some support for Charteris? Shield again.
I have to say it's a magnificent performance by the Central team. I mean, they're ahead by 26 goals. That's phenomenal.
And certainly an enormous increase in their capabilities and their on-court class, because 2 days ago it wasn't looking that flash. But as the coach has explained, you know, they had 1 2-hour training session together. It's not a lot of time to gel. Since then, they've been living, breathing Star Series netball, rooming together.
I'm off cams, I'm going to my interview.
Thank you. England.
England with the throw-in. The miss from Colling, that's only her second from 10 in the quarter. She has been the on-form shooter today.
Contact centre, penalty pass outside. Advantage. Contact, goal defence, penalty pass.
Astle looking a little unsure of where she should be, especially from those side feeds. Cormac.
That time she just waited back.
Advantage break, goal attack.
Charteris to Hardcastle to Colling.
Just no defence from the English side at the moment. The attack end for Central is wide open, and their timing, they're getting their timing and making it look very easy.
Again, ball involved, goal attack, goal defence. Toss, please.
2 players breaking at the same time.
It's the third toss that's been had in that squad on court.
Time.
But it's all over. This has certainly been Central's day, led tremendously by Belinda Colling, my player of the day at the moment. She's led her side to a fantastic victory, downing England by 36 goals.
And I think great performances from Jonica.